All right, so we are in the Big Ten championship game for the second consecutive year. And for the second consecutive year, we enter in at 12-0. We all know how that went last year. We won the Big Ten, but we lost the national championship game to Georgia. So far, our first and only loss in Michigan Dynasty at all. But I have a strong belief that could change today, because I don't think we've seen a team like Oregon. I know we played Oregon last year at home with Bo Nix at quarterback. Or not Bo Nix. Who was that? Dylan Gabriel at quarterback. And shut him out. And it was one of the most curious things, and I still don't understand it. And I really don't think that's going to happen here again today. Oregon's got a very good defense. And an offense that I think can go toe-to-toe with ours if they have to. So, and I mean, we got to remember that we did only beat Ohio State last week by a touchdown. Really kind of started to blow that there in the fourth quarter. As we were trying to blow the Big Ten championship game a year ago against Ohio State. So, I think it's going to be one of the biggest tests of Michigan Dynasty. It really is, you know. In big games, we've almost exclusively seen Ohio State. If you think about it. Obviously, the rivalry game each of the last 2 years. Big Ten Championship, we saw Ohio State. Rose Bowl, Ohio State. And then Cotton Bowl, we got Texas State, which made no sense as to how they made it that far. And then Georgia, which is where we lost. So, it's a new challenge, neutral site. At Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. And I think we're going to have our hands full. Like I thought we would last week. And, you know, Ohio State just got off to such a poor start. The biggest test will be the servers. There is also that, too. Don't speak that into existence. But, now let's head out, see what happens. I don't know what our running game's going to look like. I don't think Justice Haynes is ever going to get better, so he probably won't last the first drive, but it'll be nice, hopefully, while we have him. Michigan starts the 2025 Big Ten Championship game with the football, and Marsh with a fair catch, a yard deep into the end zone. As here we go. Like I said, I think it's a more difficult game than we had last year. We already kind of knew that we could beat Ohio State. We don't know if we could beat this year's Oregon team, so we shall see. Justice Haynes is in the backfield to start this thing out. But again, you just don't know how long he's going to last. However, lovely run, Justice Haynes. As always, we got a decent run on the first play of the game. And already he's out. I don't think he got hurt on that play. It's probably for the best anyways. Jordan Marshall will enter. And, well, I goofed that up. But, hey, we're still going to get yards out of that. 5, to be exact, to the 43-yard line. And for an Oregon defense that is as good as they are, shocking to me that we are able to run the ball on them like this. However, nice read there. On 2nd and 5, brings up 3rd and 3. I don't particularly love this. A lot that could go wrong in the middle. We'll dump it off to Marshall. I don't know what. That looked weird as fuck. Oh, there was a frame jump or what that was. I kind of want to look at it because if something weird happened, like, is it just that somebody put their hands up and maybe I just messed with this visually? Like, let's play this throw by Underwood at full speed here. No, It's fine. I don't know. Just looked funky. Marlon Klein, tight end, into the backfield, and here's Marshall again. Should probably let Bryce throw a few more passes, otherwise Marshall is going to be about done by halftime. 2nd down and 8 from the 39. Got Frederick Moore in the game. Found Donovan McCulley. Was not where I wanted to go, but it was about my only choice. I about made the wrong decision there on that throw. 1st down, Michigan to the 21. Not a massive fan of this either. So Klein, the motion man. And now to throw. Gonna look. McCulley intercepted. That ain't no good. Interception on the first drive, and Oregon takes over at the 15. It looked good for so long, but whoever was back there in coverage just jumped it. And under pressure as well was Bryce Underwood. And now the Michigan defense gets to deal with the Oregon offense. Dante Moore in at quarterback. He'll shift the back out wide. Dump it off short here, first play. Taken down by Jay-Sean Barham, but up to the 21-yard line. No Dylan Gabriel this time around. Oh, we had that play. Still going to be short of the first down, but, man, that could have been 3rd and 4 there. Somebody had a great read on it, and I fucked it up. Expecting a sneak here from Moore. Oh, it is, but he's short. Holy shit, we stopped the quarterback sneak. Rayshawn Benny with the play, and an Oregon 3 and out. The interception will not come back to bite us. Marsh on the return. There isn't much of a return. TJ Metcalf couldn't really hold the block. So, I think it is important to get Bryce going. Like, obviously, that's not going to help. However, on the slant, Andrew Marsh to the 46-yard line, and if I'd been a second quicker on that break, we would have been in pretty good shape. So first down, Michigan. 46-yard line. Marshall is trying to get back to the line of scrimmage on that, and that's exactly what we did. Play looked like it was blown up, and it was. And we already have a C.J. Hester appearance. What we've been trying to avoid for much of the year, but C.J. Hester near a first down. 3rd and inches upcoming for the Wolverines. Outside of Dominic Zavada field goal range, however. At least where I'd be willing to go for it. Marshall close, 4th down. Well, Oregon just tried a quarterback sneak. I wonder if I might try the same. I don't know why I always go to special teams there on that. I know it's not in there. Formation don't look great, but we do not need much. Underwood, I think. He got it and he did. To the 44-yard line in a first down. Oh, nice. Nice little stutter there, Samaj Morgan. Nice route. Corner completely lost him. They were just sitting in zone, and he hardly moved. Nobody moved on that side of the field. The 27. Marshall. Blocks are decent over here. Another Oregon injury. Aiden Breland down on the play. 15 yards on 6 carries for Jordan Marshall. 2nd down and 4. Underwood. Gonna scramble. Bryce Underwood. How about 1st and goal? Gonna need to use Bryce's legs today. No doubt about that. You'd hope, but you just never know. On the 8-yard line, Marshall. Oregon sent pressure. Probably should have just kept my momentum forward there instead of trying to bust it to the outside. 2nd and goal from the 7 after a gain of a yard. Oh, they're sending a lot. Marshall's out there. He doesn't have blocking help. Stiff arm gets his way to the 3. Stiff arm did not create really any more yardage for Michigan there. And now 3rd and goal. Oh, that's the wrong receiver, and that's intercepted, and that might be going the distance. You cannot make mistakes like this with a championship on the line, and we just did. So my problem on that play was, most of the times it literally is just the hit of a wrong button. I wanted to throw to that slant that was lined up in the slot, and usually a slant on the left side of the field is square. I hit square, and it was, I don't know, one of them stupid out routes on the outside. 7-0 Oregon. 2 interceptions for Bryce Underwood early, including a 94-yard pick 6, and the yardage, I think, is a little bit generous in Michigan's favor. Andrew Marsh not back on that kickoff attempt. Not on the field for this play either, but there's only one wide receiver, so that is the exact opposite of trying to get Bryce Underwood going. And Marshall tried to bounce it, nothing. Can't let the start throwing the football stop us from throwing the football. Klein been in motion a lot today. Underwood lucky to get it away. There's just nothing going on. 3rd and 9 from our own 26. No pressure for Oregon here. Thrown, pre-score, got it. Mateo Uiagalelei. I haven't had to say that name in a long time. I don't think that's right. Uiagalelei? Ever since DJ kind of fell into obscurity in college football, I forgot how to pronounce it. Marshall on the counter run. 1st down. 9 carries for 27 for Jordan Marshall. Here in the early goings of the Big Ten championship game. 5 minutes to go, 1st quarter. Underwood deep drop with the pressure all over it. Not going to be a very good stat day for Bryce Underwood, regardless of the outcome of this game, and I kind of already hate this play. They got in there again. It's just it's a crosser that has to come in from so far out there. Everything else is just a go. Third and 10. Gonna throw it. That is Frederick Moore. Not even a Michigan Wolverine anymore, but he picks up the 1st down. Bryce Underwood, 8 of 13. And the Oregon offense has only seen the field for 3 plays. Here in this first, and there's Marshall for a loss. We're seeing just how good this Oregon defense is. And the lack of Andrew Marsh really hurts. Oh, that's a massive loss. Oh, no. 3rd down and 24. Can't run. Don't have the time to pass. Got it out there. Jordan Marshall. I mean, do we go for a 60-yarder indoors with Dominic Savada? I think we got it. Oh, it might be short. No, it's good. 60 yards from Zavada. That looked like that marker was going to bounce off the goalpost, but not the case. So Michigan is on the board, and it being a straightaway shot, no wind, obviously that helps out a good bit. As Michigan kicks off for the first time today. So the Oregon offense with the football again. 3 and out on their first drive. They'll go out wide here. Pick up 3. The 28-yard line. Dante Moore, 3 of 3, but for 13 yards, and the Ducks have yet to pick up their first down. Moore, plenty of time. He fires. First down, Oregon. There it is. Nobody close. Yeah, they scored their first touchdown before they got their first down. Pressure on Moore. Oh, my goodness, he held on to that. Hill all over him. Did not matter. Need to get some plays made by this defensive line. They are just unable to do it thus far. Oh, my goodness, I was going to say, what do you mean that's going to work? Second down for Oregon. 3 yards shy of midfield. Oh, there's TJ Guy. Big play. One move to the inside of the left tackle was all it took. 3rd and 10. Moore back. He looks to fire. Big hit over the middle. Ernest Hausman. The Ducks hang on again for a first down, and they'll go fast here towards the end of quarter number 1. Oh, hey, there we go. I actually read it right. I thought I screwed up. Derek Moore with the TFL. We'll see if the Ducks want to run a play before the end of the first. No, 7-3 Oregon after 1. So the big play by Derek Moore to end the first quarter. Sets Oregon behind the sticks, and there's Moore again! Tackle for loss, followed up by a sack. And it's 3rd and 19. Four wide receivers in the formation for Oregon. As they need, I think, the 34. Oh, good God. Rather, they needed the 26. And they got the 25. Oh, can't have that happen. That is abysmal. That is unfortunate. And I don't know what to do. There's a pickup of 5, and the Ducks get this into the red zone. Dante Moore, 8 of 9. I was worried about that, despite Oregon not having great stats in the sim. Moore again. Fires! Touchdown, Ducks. Michigan just not getting home at the clip that we need to, and it's showing right now. Oh, yeah. Yeah, a little shuffle the Duck did back there. Fucking bastard. So James will kick it away. Still no Andrew Marsh back. I should not be bringing this out. Almost worked. There was a hole there. It just closed up. Need to get this running game going. Hopefully some second quarter momentum. Marshall found a little hole. He'll pick up 6. I like it. Only a 3-man front for Oregon. Gotta think that we need a first down on this play. And we'll get it. Marshall looking to get to the outside. And I mean, Marshall is getting to the point where he's banged up too. You know, he's had a heavy workload with as banged up as Justice Haynes has been. Marshall again. Blocks are good. Jordan Marshall again. To the 50-yard line, and Marshall has come alive. Good stuff. Not in love with this. Not in love with this at all. Oh, Jesus, God. That somehow nearly turned into an interception, despite hitting my receiver in the hands. Marshall on the run. He's got a gap again. Here's Jordan Marshall. Inside the 30. '23's getting it going now. Just not much, however, in the way of downfield passing. Klein. Nice 8-yard pickup. Michigan into the red zone again, but we have unfortunately been here before. And Marshall on the handoff, patient running into the 11. They'll mark him down at the 12. This is no doubt a mistake. Play action from down here. Oh, God, they got a spy. Yep. So second down and 10. Go ahead and flip this. Hopefully so Marshall has more space to work with. And for the moment he does. There's nothing, just never could cut it upfield. Well, okay then. Third and 10. This Oregon defense has just got really tight down here. Get it out there to Marshall. Not going to be a first down. It's 4th and 5. Field goal makes it a one-score game. Going to need the defense to do a little bit of something. But I think this is the smart call for us right now. Zavada, it is good. And it is 14-6. It's just too much. We haven't done much of anything that consistently gets 6 yards. No. Not yet. Benson to a knee in the end zone, and Oregon will take over. Need this defense to find its legs. For sure. RPO. Well, it's not a first down. That was a really good cut to the middle of the field there. Moore still just a 1 incompletion, but only at 100 yards. Second down and 3. And an RPO again. Nice read by Metcalf. Ernest Hausman there to bring him down after TJ Metcalf wrapped him up. 3rd and 3. Oh, just a quick dump off, and there's nobody close to being on him. We're getting destroyed. Like, this is new territory for us right here. Moore got, oh, way! A true miss from Dante Moore. There's a surprise. I thought it was going to be complete, too. 2nd and 10. This feels like a running down. It isn't. But they'll go out. What? Oh, no! You turn a loss into a 3rd and inches, man. Tackling is destroying us. They've tried to sneak it once to no effect. They got it this time. Man, the mistakes that we've made are just too big. Too big. We had him at a third and real long. Whoa! I'll take second and pretty damn long. We are not dropping back into zone coverage, though. That is for sure. That's how we got into trouble on a previous third down and long. More. Scrambling. Firing! You can't be serious! Nobody could get home. This Oregon offensive line. They've had their issues, but holy fuck. Out wide. That's another loss. I mean, we're getting them consistently behind the sticks here. All for nothing really to go on. Moore fires over the middle, and they got a third and short again. Dude, I'm having flashbacks to the Michigan-Ohio State game last week. Not the one we played, the real one. Third and short. Consistently, however. It'll be 4th and 5. On a nice tackle from Troy Bowles on the blitz. And Oregon will settle for a field goal for the first time today. Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, it's encouraging to see the defense making plays. We just can't make the same mistakes that we've been making all throughout the game and get back in this, but down 11 ain't great. Getting Mo Bomba'd. First down from the 25. Here's Marshall again. Uh-oh. And there goes Jordan Marshall. So enter Jimmy Volker into the backfield. And on the run, Volker! Look at this! Oh! What does it matter when RB4 can do that? Come on now. First down, Wolverines. Oh, for fuck's sake! Try to scramble. 58 just stopped blocking. He just stopped caring. That is yet another sack for this Oregon defense. And now Underwood to throw on the run. And he finds Frederick Moore to the 26-yard line. I would say we kind of risked scoring too quickly. We did, of course, just get the stop on Oregon. Timeout, Ducks. What? That seems premature. First down. Gonna go to the underneath. Whoa, McCulley, or rather, Samaj Morgan broke out of one tackle to pick up 5 yards. Nothing really looked all that great there. I'm glad Bryce put that ball where it needed to be. Underneath, waited for the block. Samaj Morgan dances, and he's inside the 5. Figured we'd pick up that block from our teammate and work our way down there. Now it is C.J. Hester into the game. And touchdown, Michigan! For the UMass Minuteman, C.J. Hester. Gotta like it. Took about a half of football to find the end zone, but we finally have. And if Oregon makes a mistake here, 3 timeouts for the Wolverines to try and do something. Benson will drop to a knee. Problem has been just a lack of mistakes, mainly from quarterback Dante Moore. Outside, broken tackle. 2-minute timeout is reached. We almost had Oregon for a loss again. Oregon gonna be a little aggressive, I would think. Trying to go downfield. Uh-oh. Oh, that's bad. That is quite bad, as they are already up 2 yards shy of midfield. First down for the Ducks. Clock running. Moore. Deep shot. It is knocked incomplete. Ron Moore had time to sit underneath that ball. Second and 10. No safety help in the back. Sending extra pressure at Moore. He'll dump it off. Incomplete. What? What the fuck? We'll take the break. We shouldn't have a problem. Yeah, I mean, there we go. Cover 2 for once. Worked as intended. Mostly. Fourth down for Oregon. James on the punt. And it's not a good one. Out of bounds at the 26. And the Wolverines take over with all 3 timeouts in a minute 18. Oh, man, Oregon with the pressure here. Morgan hangs on. I mean, I guess it's good that he's able to hang on to a ball like that, but fuck, clock's running. I almost would have preferred he dropped it. Second down and 6. Outside, Donovan McCulley down the sideline. And, more importantly, out of bounds. We haven't ran a jet sweep today. I really do not like the look. Hate it, in fact. This brought a safety in. Marlon Klein's sideline swatted away. Through everything that we have been through in this first half, mistake after mistake, a drive to certainly limit that damage. Here's Prescore, missed tackle for Oregon and a first down. I'm going to continue to save those timeouts. Why not? Not great that we called to play with motion here, but let's see what we can do. Oh, that's bad. Timeout right when I was trying to dump it off. Went through 2 different looks and had found, I think, Prescorn sitting about 5 yards back. Not great. Underwood throws on the run. Frederick Moore out of bounds. That was tight. And this drive will continue. Andrew Marsh back in the game. Thrown, caught. Wish we could have gotten out of bounds. Not the case. Marsh has to run all the way to the other side of the field. This is not good. And there's motion. Oh, we are losing so much time. Underwood fires. Prescorn. He's out of bounds at the 1. They left Brady Prescorn alone. I didn't even see him. QB sneak territory. We got timeouts. We don't need to do that yet. Handoff. Jimmy Volker. Touchdown, Michigan. And the Wolverines, through all of it, are 9 seconds away from a halftime lead. No. Oh, man. It's got to be Jimmy Volker, or sorry, John Volker. I've been calling him Jimmy. John Volker's first touchdown of the year. 3-point Michigan lead. So, I mean, I don't really know what to do here. Squib kick it, maybe to an up man. Not really a returner. I'm not really too worried about them bringing it back, but famous last words. No, they won't bring it back. So 9 seconds. What is called cover 4? I'd like to think that if they want to run this ball, a run is not going to get past us in that regard. And they actually ran it with the quarterback. That was flirting with disaster. It will be halftime. 20-17, Michigan. Well, yes, a couple notes. Of course, we have to kick off to Oregon to start this second half, but 2-3 has been our worst quarter of football consistently all year for whatever reason. We'll look to change that when it matters a whole lot more. Moore back to pass. He'll gain 9 on first down as Dante Moore is still slinging it. He has been so good. It's a lot of short passing. It's a lot of the same stuff we do. However, broken tackle. Big man. Inside the 20. That is one massive tight end. One man to beat, and of course, we weren't able to bring him down. Moore dumps it off. There he is again. Kenyon Sadiq. Oh, it all makes sense now. I can't say I've watched a lot of Oregon this year. On the RPO. What a quick throw, and Jesus, man. So many plays for the Ducks in this game have been that swing pass screen that they cut back to the middle. Moore fires, touchdown, Oregon. That didn't take long. Corian Moore, honestly, I was expecting him to hurt us more than he has. Kick up, kick good. It took Oregon under 2 minutes to score a touchdown to start the second half. Deep kick. We're going to let it bounce. And, of course, we hope that we can keep it up on offense, too. Get into a back and forth type game if we really want. First down, Marlon Klein. His second catch today for 18 yards. First down, Wolverines. Oh, look at the cut from Micah! Oh, man! Long touchdown for the Wolverines, 65 yards. That's what a fresh running back does, man. You see the quickness in those moves? That cut was so satisfying. Holy. Zavada. Easy. Yep. And near 2 minutes scoring drive for Oregon, followed by a 38-second, 65-yard touchdown. We got a classic on our hands? Is that what we got? Oregon with the football again. Man, did they look good the last time they had it. Out wide, they picked up 5. They'll give them 6. I hate not leaving a safety back. I think Moore's recognized it just about every time. Hand off, Rayshawn Benny. Big time tackle right there. Ooh, they are not gonna call the sneak with a yard to go. 3rd down and 1. Oh, big hole. Big problems. Down the field as this Big Ten championship game has gone insane. Big play after big play after big play. Handoff, should have had him, didn't. But no gain on that. They might have given him a half a yard. Second and 9 from the 27. Oregon at least in position to tie this game. They're certainly looking for more than that. To the 15-yard line at another 1st down. No handoff. It's going to wind up being a sack for TJ Guy. Got him just behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10. I think both. Not. Derek Moore had a sack earlier. Uh-oh. Speaking of TJ Guy holding his right arm. No good on that. No good. 3rd down and 11. From the 15-yard line, Oregon can tie this game from where they sit right now. Derek Moore off the right edge will force the Oregon field goal. So we're back to square one. Do not touch this kicker. Do not even come close. Let them tie this game. Guy will return soon, supposedly. So that is 2 touchdowns and a field goal in a little over 6 minutes. As I stupidly bring that out. Make our lives infinitely harder. Micah in the backfield. 1st down, Michigan. Here he goes again! Another big run! Out to the 36. Makes up. I mean, he's got 2 carries and 85 yards. What are we doing? Underwood on the scramble. Got a block from Donovan McCulley. Underwood picks up the 1st down, a yard shy of midfield. Klein. Think he hung on? He did. I just wanted to make sure Streamlabs had my correct microphone. I got a notification. It was like, your microphone is unmuted but has no signal. Gotten that a couple times. 2nd down and 3. Micah! Oh, there was a big hole there. I do not like this play. Really at all. Oh, that's so terrible. Was just looking for the back to pick up the block. He didn't. I got Marsh on a really good route here, though. Gonna go to a Marsh the catch! Down the sideline and inside the 15. 300 yards passing for Bryce Underwood. Micah again. Cuts it to the 2, and now he's hurt. I don't have that many running backs left. I've got 3 injured running backs here. I don't even know who that's going to put in the game. CJ Hester is the only healthy one. And he's going to lose some yards. I tried to do something. Didn't work. 3rd down and 5. My next running back is probably like Ben Bredesen? Max Bredesen. Underwood. Gonna scramble. Bryce Underwood with the touchdown. That was terrifying. Five and a half to play. 3rd quarter. Michigan by 7. Both teams' points per game allowed is going up. True. Well, really not ours. We've certainly allowed more than our points per game. We've had a... I really don't know how it's that low, honestly. So Oregon with the ball in a spot they have not been. Down 7. Oh, that was nearly intercepted by Jay-Sean Barham. Whoa. That looks really good. They'll go out wide. And there's that cut to the middle again. We're not going to get faked out by it anymore. Hopefully. 3rd down and 6. Back to throw. Dante Moore. 1st down and more to the 46-yard line on another broken tackle. Bryant with a nice move for a little extra. So here comes Oregon again. Handoff, nothing. Jay-Sean Barham has had a really nice day. Like, the total tackles aren't there. Tackles for loss, he had the same so far in this game that he did against Ohio State. We still have a quarter to play here. Oh, really nice pick up there. Incomplete, and it's 3rd and long for the Ducks now. Third and 11. They'll motion. Derek Moore trying to get in there, and they got a guy open down the middle of the field again. Oof. We just have to put Dante Moore under pressure, man. Like that. Yeah, that works. Design run that time for Moore. A lot of Moores on the field here, by the way. Handoff. Not much. So 3rd and long again for the Ducks. In field goal range, I would expect them to kick the field goal from here if they're forced to. 3rd and 12. Dante Moore, oh, almost sacked, potentially out of field goal range. Not the case. And another situation where we ain't touching the kicker. Up and good, but Michigan holds again and retains the lead. I'm sorry, I just noticed their kicker's name, Atticus Sappington? That can't be a real human, right? First down, Wolverines. Here's Micah back in the game on the run. Loses a yard to the 24. We had a louder milk a while back. That wasn't a real player, though. Underwood gonna fire. Whoa! Looked so good for Marlon Klein for a second. Oregon defender got his hands on that. And now 3rd and 11. Oh, they got that blown up. Tides be turning again. Have we punted today? Hudson Hollenbeck. Not the greatest punt. Fair caught. At the 36-yard line. 2:08 to play. 3rd quarter. More fires. Oh, it's got a man. He always has a man. You know, I forget that. I think the lack of TJ Guy right now really hurting us as well. First down, Oregon. Payne with a push. Drops? No, they're going to call that a catch by Kenyon Sadiq. 2nd down and 4. There's that RP. Oh, what a spin! What a spin! Gary Bryant with the catch. They're going to go into goal line. You know what? So will we. This is a quarterback sneak. He split the defensive tackles. That's not possible. You just fall on top of your center. Could be the final play of the quarter. Moore to the sideline. Oh, how he got that away. Unbelievable. While getting rocked. 2nd and 10. Handoff. Watch out. Dante Moore tackled forward for a pickup of 2 yards. They don't need this play. Will they run it? Yes, they will. Flag is down. Shot knocked away. This might be on Michigan, and it is. Offsides on the left end that is playing in place of TJ Guy. So make it 3rd and 3 instead. With 1 second remaining in the 3rd. Dante Moore sacked! Oh, what a huge play to end the 3rd quarter. Oregon will start the 4th with a field goal attempt. Believe their longest of the day, but certainly within range, and it's good. It is a 1-point game, which I do not like. I do not like that at all. This feels like some bad math. Kind of looking ahead, going through the scenarios of what might happen. CJ Hester on the run. Nothing. Is this going to have to be a Bryce Underwood 4th quarter hero game? On the slant. It's caught by Moore. It leaves 3rd and 7. Not a massive fan of really any of the routes we have here. And we're going to get sacked. 5th Oregon sack, and it's not often. Our opponent has more sacks than we do, but they do. Hudson Hollenbeck on the punt. Good coverage by the Ducks, and they'll start at the 36-yard line. Oregon with the ball, going for the lead. 4th quarter of the Big Ten Championship. Nice play. No, we broke out of it. What do you mean? I just realized that was in recent play calls. That probably didn't help us out very much there. 2nd down and 7. Oregon from their own 39, Ernest Hausman. The offense for both squads was absurd for much of the 3rd quarter. Now here in late stages 3rd into the 4th. Not much happening on either side. Back splits out wide. 3rd down and 8. Dante Moore, incomplete, and the Ducks will punt. Good coverage, good tackle. Marsh, I'm going to let this bounce, and it will bounce into the end zone. So a good decision right there. I think we have to try to get back to our bread and butter, even though we are down to RB 5. CJ Hester takes a loss. Maybe we don't. Maybe we don't. I don't know how much speed Marsh has left in him. There's a couple different levels of defenders that he'd have to get through there. Good catch by Donovan McCulley. It's 6 yards there on that. 3rd and 5 for the Wolverines. Sideline caught and a broken tackle. Frederick Moore, one of the many Moores. First down, Michigan. Handoff. John Volker, now that we've finally remembered his name, got a yard. Probably, but they're a little bit harder. Like, I don't like the design quarterback runs. Caught, 1st down, Frederick Moore. Man that left the team very early this year. Is the one making the big plays right now, 4th quarter in the Big Ten title game. Here he is again. He'll get a 1st down again. And, of course, remember that our head coach is Sharon Moore. 1st down, Wolverines to the 36. Thrown over the middle. Guess who again? Frederick Moore. I'm not even trying to find him. The back is C.J. Hester. 1st and goal from the 9. Hester to the 2. Not exactly where I want to be. 5 carries, 7 yards for C.J. Hester. The motion man will be Zach Marshall, the tight end. Goal line defense for the Oregon Ducks. And Hester back to the 4. And Michigan with a decision to make. I hate it. Thrown it short, touchdown, Andrew Marsh. Very big. 7.5 to play in the fourth. And the Wolverines are up 8. A 10-play, 80-yard drive. And now every drive for Oregon, you need 6. Then you need 2 more. Possibly the biggest drive of the season for this Michigan defense. Oh my goodness, they throw it out wide. There's nobody there with all the blitzing. First down, Oregon to the 45. Blitzing with this Oregon team is so dangerous because, man, they stretch you out so much sideline to sideline that you blitz at the wrong time, man, you are going to pay for it. Second down at 8. Over the middle, incomplete. And an Oregon team that didn't drop much of anything in the first half. Struggling with drops here down the stretch. Third down and 8. Moore, a little floater. Oh, he's still breaking tackles. It's 4th and 1. And they're going to go for it now. I think they might have been going for it anyway. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. How much do we want to sell out here? This could be horrendous. There's nobody really manned up on the receivers on the outside. It is a run! And the Ducks are denied! At a cost. Derek Moore, who's been such a big player for us today and all season, down on the play. We've lost both of our star edge rushers in this game. But with 6:10 to play, out wide is C.J. Hester. Could have been a lot more if Marsh could get in on that block. All the sense in the world. It's shoot clock right now. Already in field goal range. Shoot clock is the choice. Here's Hester. Look at C.J. Hester out wide. Puts his foot in the ground and he's inside the 20. Wolverines looking for a dagger potentially to secure a Big Ten title. John Volker in the backfield. And he finds a little hole. Picks up 5, and honestly, it's kind of what we needed just then. Slow this thing down. Obviously, another touchdown would be nice. It's not that necessary. Hester will lose 1. Third down and 6. Oh, Moore kind of got held up there. Now, this is still big because with the 8-point lead, we're about to make it an 11-point game. A touchdown and a field goal will not beat us. It won't even tie the game. Infinitely harder for Oregon. We could have wound more time off the clock, but under 3 minutes to go. Things are looking real good right now. Of course, you do still have the touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and the field goal to worry about. But with under 3 to play, it is do or die time for the Oregon Ducks. Cameron Brandt enters where Derek Moore usually would be. And Troy Bowles, what a tackle for Troy Bowles. Nobody's been able to bring down their tight end all day. Not on first contact. Moore hurries to the line. He fires. Oh, Zeke Berry nearly picked it off and ended it, but he wanted to swat it away instead. Clearly 4-down territory. 3rd and 3. To throw, they'll pick up the first, but not by a lot. Only up to the 40-yard line. Tick, tick, tick. That is the greatest thing we can see right now. They'll swing it out wide. They get out of bounds after a 6-yard pickup. Corian Moore just crossed a 100-yard game today. Empty backfield for Dante Moore. And he's going to run it in behind his center, slide down, and Evan Stewart down on the play. Convenient injury. A free stoppage. Here's Dante again. Swings it. Troy Bowles. Second big tackle of the drive. Inbounds. Clock rolling again. Moore is going to run it again. I mean, I guess. Do what you got to do. 2-minute timeout in the Big Ten title game. The best running game for Oregon's looked all day. Dante Moore design runs. He's going to take a sack this time, though. Ernest Hausman gets him for 2nd down and 20. Dante Moore looking to fire. Got a man to the 1. Oh no, 1st and goal. Handoff. Nothing. Big tackle, Troy Bowles again. Second and goal from the 3. Empty backfield for Moore. Back to fire. Incomplete. Troy Bowles on the hit. Oh, the most unlikely heroes down the stretch of this thing. Frederick Moore and Troy Bowles. 3rd and goal. Dante Moore scrambles. Ball! Oh, I thought it was a fumble. 4th and goal, and they're going to kick the field goal right now. I mean, it's smart football. It really is. Let them have it. It's up and good. It's a 1-score game again. But a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. And now most likely an onside kick necessary for Oregon. What the fuck? Why? Why did I just do what I did? It works out. Holy fuck. I even tried to call a timeout. It didn't work. Yeah, I didn't call the hands team out. We had a normal kickoff formation. CJ Hester might have gotten a yard. Timeout for the Ducks, and honestly, where we sit right now, I mean, obviously a 1st down is a big deal. A couple more yards, even without a 1st down. We can go for the Zavada field goal. We can try and center it, middle of the field. Might not be necessary. CJ Hester makes it 3rd down and 1. I just want a simple dive, honestly. We don't get it. We don't get it. Oregon's out of timeouts. I mean, that'd do it. That would be it. John Volker. He picked up the 1st. The Michigan Wolverines are going to win the Big Ten title for the 2nd straight year in Michigan Dynasty. We don't even need to run a play. We're going to call a timeout. So Bryce Underwood, after his big day, can kneel this one out. We move on to the college football playoff. It'll be a while before you see more Michigan Dynasty. We should be the #1 seed in the country. And we'll take a look at our bowl game destination after this. 44-36, Michigan survives another battle to win the Big Ten. So all we're looking to do, player of the week in the Big Ten, not much of a choice. But I told you Jay Sean had a good game. He does win National Player of the Week defensively for what? Oh, we got awards, right? We got season awards here. So Justice Haynes with a somehow 1,700 yards on 7 yards per carry, even though he hasn't really been around in the latter half of the year, wins the Walter Camp. That's impressive. Bryce Underwood wins the Sean Alexander Award, which I was a little unfamiliar with. I had to read the trophy. It is the Freshman of the Year Award. 3,700 yards, 33 touchdowns, which would, I think, it is the most in Michigan history. Completion percentage of 67%. The interceptions are what will prevent him from Heisman consideration, but we are about to find that out, even though we do anticipate it being Justice Haynes. So he wins the Maxwell, which is usually a good indication. And there it is. For the second consecutive year, Michigan RB1 wins the Heisman Trophy. Justice Haynes this time around. And he wins the Heisman, like I said, without playing a lot. I mean, we rested him against Maryland. He didn't play hardly at all against Northwestern. Obviously, you saw I think he played the first drive against Ohio State and took one snap in the Big Ten Championship, and he's your Heisman Trophy winner. Goes to show what he did in the early stages of this season. Yes, we did beat Oregon in a bit of a nail biter, man. We were not good. We were not good in the first half. Should have trailed at halftime. Battled back to lead at halftime. Threw an interception on my first 2 drives, one of which was a 94-yard pick six to fall down 7-0. TJ Guy wins the Benardic Award. 26 fucking sacks, dude. What are we doing? Oh, Lord. TJ Guy gonna rack up even more awards. Best defensive end with his 26 sacks. Even more. Wins the Nagurski. Almost mispronounced that. Justice Haynes wins the Doak Walker. I feel like we have more awards this year. Oh, God. Okay, this is an award I was not expecting. I really didn't think that we were that good. But, I mean, 86% on field goals is not bad for Dominic Zavada. Did we win the Groza a year ago? No, we didn't. So, hey, big time improvement in field goal kicking. 25 of 29 on the year for Dominic Zavada. We're not done. Rod Moore wins the Paycom Jim Thorpe Award. I didn't know that we sold out the Jim Thorpe, but apparently we have. 6 interceptions, 48 tackles on the year for Rod Moore. We got a playoff run to go before we don't get to play with Rod Moore again here in Michigan. Ernest Hausman wins the Dick Butkus. 3 sacks, 49 tackles, 51 assisted tackles. I'm just noticing the trophy that they gave us there. Football branded EA. Really? TJ Guile win the Lombardi. I mean, we just... every season award, I guess, just bring our way. Alright. The game is a little laggy. I don't think you're supposed to win that many trophies all at once. There we go. So it is time for the official college football playoff bracket reveal. We know we're number one. We already know that. We assume we're going to the Rose Bowl. But what does the rest of the bracket look like, and are there any surprises? Kinda, a little bit. Wow. That kind of came out of nowhere. Let's shift so you can see the whole thing here. We'll go through the top four. Obviously, we're number one, the only undefeated Power Conference team in the country. We will be headed to the Rose Bowl for the second straight year. Texas Tech in at number 2. Miami at number 3. They move up to number 3 over Oregon. And Oregon does not fall that much at all. And we could see them again, but it won't be in back-to-back fashion like it was with Ohio State. Back-to-back-to-back last year. I guess we'll go from top to bottom. Clemson makes it in as the 12, which is a choice. Okay, 9-3. They'll go up against 12-1, number 5 Iowa State. In the 9-8 matchup that'll determine our Rose Bowl opponent, it is number 9 Florida and number 8 Illinois. Now, we did not see Illinois this year, but the way that we've ran down Big Ten opponents on the year, you'd have to feel really good about that. And a Big Ten versus Big Ten Rose Bowl 2 years in a row just feels weird as hell. Boise State. That is a team I could be potentially afraid of. They are undefeated. They're the only other undefeated in the college football playoff. I don't know how good they are, because I'm sure they were overrated at the release of this game, or at least back in late August when this dynasty started. Simply because of Ashton Jeanty a year ago. They will take on number 6 SMU. And the SEC representatives, Georgia, will take on Texas. And I don't really know the way that SEC works in terms of conferences and whatnot. I wonder if that was your SEC championship game as well. There is certainly that possibility. Although Florida, I guess, could have been there. Hard to say. Hard to say, but we are headed to the Rose Bowl. Once again, we'll get a date on that when I figure it out. Great to be going back to the granddaddy of them all, and you know, the most prestigious bowl game there is. And I mean, I wish I could just play in the Rose Bowl all the time instead of the others. I mean, the Rose Bowl just means more. Remember the battle that we had to win the Rose Bowl last year? Probably should have lost it against Ohio State, but we did not. But we will see you in approximately 3 weeks back here in Michigan Dynasty to play in Pasadena.